It's nice to have Jim back.
Man, I missed that intro, I tell you.
Yeah.
I wonder every week how we're going to do it, just me giving a normal intro, but yet he pulls it off.
Do we have Ed with us, or is he out checking his satellite dish because of another monsoon?
No, I'm here.
Last scene eating a salad, I believe.
In his driveway from the friggin' Harley.
Oh, God. Starting with the Harleys already.
First thing.
Hey,
I can't.
That are sucking it all up.
Hey, do you want to actually...
Last week, Ed was running outside to check the ammunition bunker in the backyard because of the monsoon. Ed, what's the weather like now in Arizona?
It's 98 degrees. It's very nice.
Okay. No monsoon.
98 is nice.
Oh, that's excellent. It's usually 105, 108 about right now.
That's crazy.
Get down to the 70s.
Temperature of Jim's charcoal on his barbecue.
Isn't it?
I think Jim needs to sit closer to his microphone or pull it out of his...
no coal like charcoal, so whatever.
Yeah, for those of you that listened to last week's show, you noticed that we were missing Jim, and it turned out to be because he had a wasp nest in his barbecue, and when he went to clean it out, he got stung by a wasp on his arm, and it swelled up. So he was out shopping for a new barbecue, and you get one, Jim? You get a little Weber?
It wasn't a barbecue, and it wasn't one little wasp. It was 3. I was literally gang raped and violated. So make it sound like it was just one-on-one, I would have kicked its ass. Little bastard.
Well, all right, let's hear that story of this assault.
It ain't funny.
Oh, yeah.
Going into my shed. I was going into my shed, keyword my shed, minding my own business. And these 3 little trespassers friggin' wanted to mix it up.
Hey, can you assign some penal code sections to all this?
602 would be the trespass.
Okay.
245 would be the assault with a deadly weapon. 182 would be conspiracy because they all conspired to try and kick my ass.
But it's all going to drop down to a
And
misdemeanor.
because I felt violated, we can throw 261 for rape in there as well.
But since you enjoyed it, they could probably drop that one.
It wasn't enjoyable.
Hey, I heard your arm all swelled up.
Well, I can't. Mom's deathly allergic to bees. I've never ever had an allergic reaction, and I guess these were yellow jackets, and because 3 of them drilled me at once, it was. And it didn't even come on for a couple hours. It was definitely.
So you're saying it was conspiracy and possibly a terrorist attack.
422 could be thrown in there as well, but.
Is there any boating sections you can use?
Well, it was next to the water, so you might be able to come up with reckless and negligent stinging. I don't know.
But it got sent to the DA. Everything is dropped down to a misdemeanor and not filed.
No, actually,
yes.
Nobody could respond at all because all the budgets are so low. Nobody can respond to any non-priority calls.
Now, here's the difference.
I'd like to personally thank. Go ahead.
If this happened to Ed in Arizona, he would have had his AK-47 out and sprayed the air until those 3 little yellow jackets were nothing but a little puff of
But unfortunately, he'd be in custody for the 18 other people that he killed in the process.
No, in Arizona, that don't matter.
Yeah.
We're cool.
When interviewed about the incident, Ed simply said, "Oops."
Collateral damage.
I should have used different rounds.
South of Interstate 8, that's perfectly okay.
Yeah, you even got a Harley headlight or gas tank on it too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we
Right,
want
so-
to hash that one up again.
So instead of boring all of our listeners, why don't we figure out what we're going to talk about today?
Bee stings.
Bee stings. So this is the new medical show.
Yes.
Ice cubes and what? Baking soda? Is that what you're supposed to?
Hey, how
we
about
don't need
Paris
to. We
Hilton?
don't need to talk about bee stings, but what we can talk about is, modern technology is just incredible. I don't go to the doctor unless I'm literally dying. And WebMD, what is it, Brent? WebMD.com or something
think
like
so,
that?
Yeah, that's it. WebMD.
You can find out symptoms, photos, like the strange, suspicious sores that Brent gets. He can go on there and get any information you want about any ailment or illness or symptoms or anything. And it's pretty incredible. It got bad enough to where I did, in this case, call Kaiser. And basically everything they told me was right there on the internet. except for the drowsy effect of using Benadryl. But it was, WebMD is a great resource.
Yeah, Jim found out about that when he Googled burning and dripping.
Yep. So that came up instead of a barbecue.
Did Mark just seriously? Really?
Yeah, he did. He was filling in for you last week too.
Wow.
Making all kinds of nonsense.
Hey, how about in Sonora, the yard sale patron that was hit with a cornbread pan? You hear about that?
Excuse me?
How much was he asking for the cornbread pan?
A 70-year-old yard sale shopper is facing charges after things apparently got a bit out of hand at a yard sale. Tuolumne County authorities say John Jocelyn was arrested on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon, accused of hitting another man over the head with a cornbread pan at the sale last Friday. As sheriff's spokesman said, Jocelyn hit the fellow shopper with a 5-pound cast iron pan to prevent him from getting to the sale first.
Those pans are awesome.
It seems the two men arrived early at the yard sale and were walking up a long driveway when investigators say Jocelyn first attempted to trip the 64-year-old Joseph Brown. Brown suffered a head cut but refused medical treatment. At a yard sale.
Your Honor, as Mr. Jocelyn's attorney, I feel impelled to tell the court that my client saw a yellow jacket on the head of Mr. Brown, and aware of his deathly allergic reactions to yellow jackets, was simply trying to save his life.
By clubbing him with a 5-pound Lodge cast iron pan.
Your Honor, I'd like to
California.
request that Mr. Berzicki be treated as a hostage.
I just hit you with the pan.
Okay, enough on the pan. Cell phone victim helps deputies.
Dude, that was your story. You brought it up.
Didn't mean you had to run away with it.
Can't get all snooty.
A man who bought a cell phone online only to find it was the same one that was stolen from his car tipped off the California sheriff's deputies, who arrested a man they believe broke into dozens of vehicles. Oh, that's funny.
It'd be great if it rang back to the same number.
Hiker accidentally shoots himself in the ass. He put a handgun in his back pocket to see if it was more comfortable there. Well, apparently it wasn't.
Now, why does that have Ed written all over it?
Jim, I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't say it.
All right.
Wait, has Ed shot himself in the ass?
No.
Oh.
I always carry a pocket pistol, though. I carry a 32 Beretta in my pocket.
Oh.
Yeah, anywhere. I've seen him walk down the street, and the white outline of a gun is right there. So I'm surprised he hasn't been taken down at gunpoint walking down the.
So it's like a can of Skull. You can sort of see the outline.
Exactly, except this one has a barrel and a trigger.
So that looks like an auto.
6 arrested after gunfire at a baptism party in Fort Smith, Arkansas. That's
Woohoo!
I like that one.
Baptism by fire.
Hey, man, some kids don't like being circumcised.
Yeah. You ain't cutting that off.
Kid pulled out a 9.
that could take on a whole new meaning. We don't want to go there.
Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards that other meaning, but I didn't think anyone would catch it.
Yeah, no, I caught it. That was...
Ed, did you catch it?
No, I didn't.
That's good.
All right.
Go back to your salad, brother.
I was pulling the gun out of my back pocket.
Yeah. What was that, a round? Oh, God. Ed shot himself in the butt.
Oh.
I got the Winchester silver tips in it, so it won't hurt too bad.
Hey, here's one thing on a serious note. I don't know if you guys have been watching the headlines, but man, there's a rash of car burglaries going on everywhere.
Did you have to say rash? You really had to say rash?
It's itching. An itchy rash.
There's been a recent hives of...
Yeah, we had a call today. Let's get away from that. Just today we had a call at a local dirtbag, flea bag motel. I'm not going to say the chain that it is, but
Motel 6?
The air like that.
Was it the Motel 6 on the L Street?
Motel 4 or something like that. But
Lincoln Avenue or something?
Anyway, somebody had 2 guns and a laptop stolen.
We'll leave a light on for you.
Now, I got to say, what kind of idiot leaves a laptop and 2 guns in their car? But the car burglaries are off the hook. there's several cities around close to us that are just, I mean, it's making the news in the morning. The people are going to shopping centers and just cleaning people out. People are leaving their iPods, their droids and Apple phones, purses, they're leaving stuff in plain view. And obviously those aren't people that listen to our show, because the ones that listen to our show know not to do that. But if you leave something in view, you may get away with it once in a while, but you're going to become a victim. And it's huge now. There's so many people out of work. People are going into shopping centers, and they're hitting 20, 30 cars at a time, just busting windows, grabbing stuff, and going for it. And if we're going to do a tip of the week or something, that's another thing. Just pay attention. Don't leave anything in view. Is that going on in Arizona too?
No, not too much. I was just going to ask you, what's their method for breaking the windows? The same old thing, little white stuff they used to throw against the window.
Unbelievably, a lot of people still leave their cars unlocked, but they're just doing window smashes, and we don't find it as much as we used to. The porcelain, we don't find that as much, but you could break a window with anything. And, if somebody sees something, it takes them probably less than 5 seconds to smash a window, grab it, and go. And it's just several cities. And when it makes the news in the morning, it's a problem. And it's several cities that that's a problem in. Hey, the other thing you hear about the magician and the 13-year-old kid or 11-year-old kid? 12-year-old.
No.
This isn't a joke.
It sort of sounds like you're leading into one.
Thing.
Hey, we got Jim started on clowns a few weeks ago. Let's get him started on magicians now.
Did you hear about the magician and the other guy and this guy walked into a bar? What?
No, unfortunately, this one here, a magician was performing at a kid's party, and he met a 12-year-old
kid, touch me here. Watch the magic.
Watch my wand rise.
Oh, God. You had to go there.
Anyway, he met a 12-year-old girl.
Now you see it, now you don't.
We just skipped the story.
Man, I miss Jim.
Welcome to episode 28. Go ahead.
Wow, last week's show was so professional, and now Jim's.
Yeah.
So what'd the kid touch?
He pulled a bunny out of a hat.
Wow. Sure it was a hat?
Sure it was a bunny?
Okay, so there is a story here somewhere?
Yeah, there is a story.
Okay.
Unless you pull both his pants pockets inside out.
It was
a funny story, maybe.
Come on. What's the story?
Right, anyway, this magician met a 12-year-old girl and got her phone number and started texting her and calling her. And they actually got together and had sex several times.
Whoops.
And the mother happened to find the phone and saw several inappropriate pictures and things. And the thing is, man, the parents, if your kids have a phone, because it's not like the old days where they had the little prepaid phone with 5 minutes to call 911. Parents are getting their kids these phones. They could search anything on the internet. They have unlimited texting. And the kids are just doing stuff that you will not believe. Get your kids' phones, check the phones, make that part of the agreement. If you get this phone, I get to look at it and check it anytime I want.
Wait, what do you mean if you get the phone, I get to? It's like, if you get this phone, I will be checking.
That's it.
Another thing I used to do when my kids were going to school is I had keystroke loggers on the computer that would take all the keystrokes off the computer, and I could look at will at what they've been saying online on the computer too, which saved me quite a bit of grief on a few occasions. I was able to intervene without them knowing how I intervened.
Ed, you wiretapped everybody that you knew.
Thank God I live alone.
You gotta see how pissed the ex-wife was when she found out when I saw her typing. Maybe that's why she's an ex.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, anyhow, with these phones, you will not believe it. I get called to the junior highs when they want a kid arrested for gang stuff or weapons on the school grounds. I take their cell phones. You will not believe what's on there. These kids are posing with weapons, with drugs, naked pictures of themselves and girls. I mean, you will not believe what's on your kids' phones and what they hide from you. I guarantee you get your kid's phone and you're going to find stuff that shocks you. Check your kids' phones. And that's the way this mother found this. She got her kid's phone. She went through it and found pictures basically of this magician and her 12-year-old daughter having sex. I mean, with the phones the way they are now, kids are sending naked pictures to each other. They're doing drug deals. When there's going to be a fight somewhere, they text each other where there's going to be a fight. They videotape every fight.
Who was taking the pictures? If the magician's getting busy with the girl.
Well, usually a hand or two could be free there, Jim. I know when you're doing that, there's usually one hand.
Yeah, Mark's on fire tonight. I got nothing for that.
That's freaking wrong.
Damn. Mad props. All right, I got to go cook my top ramen. I got nothing.
I'm going home. So we know Jim's hands are free, but what? So this is whatever. We know that these phones have tons of technology in them. There's even rumor now that they're going to be able to tell. Well, actually, this is an Apple thing. They're supposedly filed for a patent recently that actually says that these phones will be able to record your heartbeat rhythm, find out they'll be able to take a picture of you covertly. They'll be able to record you covertly. They'll be able to do all this stuff to supposedly so that you can get your phone back easier. But I mean,
look how much technology has changed. I still have, and I'm embarrassed to say it, but I'm going to upgrade in 2 months, Brent. I still have my little flip phone, and the technology in the last 2 years is unbelievable with the apps and everything that you could do. You could do everything on your cell phone that you could do on a home computer and more. I mean, you could set up a alarm system with video that goes straight to your cell phone when it's motion activated. I mean, it's just unbelievable what you can do with these cell phones now. And, and what's going to come out in the next year or two, you're going to be able to do everything off these cell phones. And to give a 9-year-old or 12-year-old or 13-year-old kid a phone with that kind of capability, I mean, you're just asking for problems. And that's why we're saying check your kids' phones.
You'll know when your iTunes bill shows up for the first month and there's $5,000 worth of applications.
I always thought cell phones were a pain in the butt, but Brett, you probably don't even remember this, but it happened.
Who?
Brent, this happened
Brett?
Right around the corner from your gated community. But remember that couple that was jogging on the CT trail by where we used to work, and he had a heart attack, but he had put his cell phone in his shirt pocket, and the wife was able to instantly call 911. And because of the rapid response time, he survived. But, in the old days when all you had was a pager, no one had any phone capabilities, and that guy would have surely been a fatality, but they're amazing.
Oh, my God. Does anybody even have a pager anymore?
I don't.
I got one in my box I'm saving for a rainy day.
I took my.
If someone says, "Hey, what's your cell phone number?" You go, "Well, just page me."
That's because your cell phone is a pager, so it's like there's no reason to have multiple devices anymore. I think the last time I carried a pager was almost 12, 14 years ago. And that was one of those pagers you could get text messages on, like all 6 digits or whatever.
That was big stuff in the mid-'90s.
Yeah. You suck can only come across it so many times.
Right.
All right. So, anything else?
How about Paris Hilton getting caught with cocaine?
That's hard.
She said everything in her purse was hers except the cocaine that fell out of it.
That is hard to believe.
Yeah.
I never thought she'd have any problems like that.
What would all those ritzy little girls be doing with cocaine anyway? They're just high on life.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny that the marijuana charge that she faced before went away real quick. Could be because you got a billionaire daddy, but hey, I'm not saying that.
No, I'm going to have to say it was proven that it was for medicinal purposes.
The cocaine?
The marijuana.
Oh.
Well, the cocaine probably too. She's probably going to get off saying it's medicinal.
Yeah, well, if I had a life like hers, I'd sure need cocaine and dope.
Don't ask me to say medicinal.
Yeah. No, please.
You had a little problem with that last show, didn't you there?
What, with cocaine?
That's
How's that 12-step working out?
Step
It's 14
11.
steps after a couple of beers.
It's all a blur.
Oh, so Brent, do we have any shout outs or any anybody even writing into us or no?
No, everybody hates us.
Wow, don't we feel lonely?
Yeah.
Sheriff Joe, you are like a god to me, and we can't wait to have you on the show.
Last week's show had a ton of people that downloaded it, though, and they all said it was because Jim wasn't on it.
Oh, did you get a lot of downloads last week?
Yeah, they're going up and up. It's every week seems to be more, so that's a good sign.
That's cool.
Whatever.
No, they've been consistently going up. Not everybody just hates you.
Wow, we got to figure out a way to get people to call in besides trying to offer them money.
I'm smart enough. I'm good enough. And gosh darn it, people like me.
Yep, you keep thinking that. Yeah, it's tough to get people to call in to write in on shows like this because it's something that, they're already intimidated by cops, so it's hard to, I don't know, maybe nobody has any questions.
I think we're a pretty friendly group, don't you think?
I don't know what you're talking. No.
Leave us alone.
Yeah, you suck.
Yeah, as Ed says, I'm pulling a gun out of my back pocket. Yeah, we're real friendly here.
I got to shoot you for asking a question. Now, if it's a dumb, no, never mind.
So Ed, did you get a hold of Sheriff Joe to be on our show?
No. I've been working on that, and Sheriff, I don't want to tear his name up. He's a sheriff of Pinal County. I can't pronounce his last name proper. It's Babu.
Nakamoto?
It's a 4-letter name, and you can't pronounce it correctly?
It's Bad Blue, I think, or something along those lines. So yeah.
There goes the
Really,
hopes
really,
for that.
Let's
Really
find
stand-up guy.
find something where he pronounces it, and then we could be good to go.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
after that, he's not going to want to be on our show.
A good stand-up guy. He's been on a lot of national shows here, actively just saying it like it is, telling them what the president's not doing and what the feds are not doing, and his deputies are getting shot at and all that kind of stuff by repeat illegal offenders and so forth. So
That sounds
So
like
tell him not to listen to this episode because then he won't want to be on the show.
he's a good
Hey,
guy. Excellent.
you guys just had another
sheriff to work for.
You guys just had another deputy killed down there, didn't you?
There was one up in northern Arizona. I think he was from Utah. He got blasted by some guy who was running away with a rifle. Up there in the northeast, I think it was the northwest corner of Arizona and Utah, right along the border there. I'm not sure what the circumstances were. The guy was wanted for some minor charge of burglary or something like that, and he blasted the deputy who was closing in on him. So there was a 3-day manhunt until they caught him.
oh,
Man, you know what made me sick was down here locally. We had an officer from Fremont came into Oakland to serve a search warrant on some gangbanger that had some warrants against him. And they spotted him and went to approach him, and they got in a gunfight back and forth. And the officer got shot twice in the abdomen, went down, and the suspect ran over and tried to carjack a car. And the guy drove off, and he fired rounds and shattered the windows, injuring the victim in the car. And then he ran to a liquor store and carjacked another car and made a getaway. And they got a manhunt going on. And just the other day, they caught him just feet away from the Mexican border. He was fleeing to Mexico.
San Diego,
and they caught him. Yeah, right before he got over the border, they got him. And the news showed him in the back of the patrol car, and he's just smiling in the back of the patrol car. And that kind of stuff, you were just kind of almost hoping that he pulled the gun out on the cops down there and, save us all money, because this 20-year-old we're going to be paying for the rest. Yeah, this 20-year-old we're going to be paying for the rest of his life in prison. And just watching him smirk and smile in the back of the patrol car, you just wanted to punch this little gangbanger. And
yeah, but now he'll go to prison. He'll have Facebook privileges, and he'll be able to.
No, he'll be out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he'd be in the Mexican mafia, living high on life because he shot a cop.
Yep. Good stuff.
Mark, speaking of apprehending that guy, a fellow who left your department and went to Oakland, his squad was in the lead and actually led to his arrest down there in San Diego.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Tall, slender guy used to run like a chicken with his head cut off.
Yeah.
Good guy. Him and his squad caught him down there via new technology. So they were able to
Awesome.
track him from one tower to the next, so to speak.
Ah,
Yeah.
cell phones.
Yeah, and like I said, they got him. Apparently, they spotted him, and the guy got out of the car and made a run for the border, and they got him just feet from going into the border.
Did he yell
Too
out, "You
bad,
got Taco Bell"?
Too bad Vic Mackey wasn't there.
Freeze, sucker.
Yeah, so at least the guy's in custody, and the cop. Hey, if anybody wants to donate blood, donate it in the name of Todd Young, the Fremont, California police officer. He's still in critical condition. He's already gone through over 100 units of blood, and the Red Cross says that they need blood. He needs more surgeries. So go to the Red Cross, donate blood under the name of Todd Young, Officer Todd Young with the Fremont, California Police Department. It would be greatly appreciated.
They didn't say what kind of blood, did they?
No, they'll take any kind of blood because
I think it'd be the red kind, Brent.
Thanks.
He was universal. He could accept any kind of blood. And but it goes into his name. Basically, any blood that they're going to use, he's not going to be charged for because it'll all be on account. But they said he's going to need several more surgeries. It tore up a lot of organs in his pelvic area, and he's still in critical condition. So
That sucks.
blood's needed. They've had an outpouring so far, but they're going to need more.
Literally.
So, that was so to speak, right?
Yeah. Pardon the pun, I believe is what
Right,
you
right.
said.
I've got to look on WebMD and see if there's such a type as universal. That sounds like something Mark just made up.
It's called O.
He had a universal blood type.
Oh, no, wait. If you have O, you can give to anybody, right? Isn't that it?
He
Never heard
had,
it
well,
called
okay,
universal.
I got to spell it out for Jim. He had the type of blood where he could accept, I believe, any type.
I've never heard of that, dude. It's either A, B, O, or you better be watching what you're putting in your system, all right?
Anti-freeze.
Negatives
But
and
I'm not.
positives are different too, right?
Well, Jim, if you got a
I'm Mark
free
Lambert. I
hand,
have
go to
universal blood type, so just lay it on me.
I'm
Jim,
cool.
if you got a free hand, go to WebMD and check it out. See.
If I have a free, you're gonna wear that out, Mark. Watch it.
Not as much as you tried to wear out the Harleys.
Oh, don't even bring it up.
Oh God, I'm gonna get him started here. You can hear his mind ticking now. You hear it?
Yeah. It's that
Okay, here we go. I got a
Sounds
Wikipedia
like a valve on a Harley.
definition. Okay, here you go. Here's covering for Mark. With regard to transfusions of whole blood or packed red blood cells, individuals with type O Rhd negative blood are often called universal donors.
They're
Thank
donors, not
you.
acceptors.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what-
That's
that's
the
what
keyword.
Wikipedia says.
Donor.
Donor, not acceptor.
Type O blood is considered the universal donor because it can be donated to people of any blood type. Type A,
But
B
what are the
plus
Yeah,
blood is
thank you.
considered to be universal.
Yeah, there's no universal recipient. Thank you.
Well, that's what it says here for blood type.
What does it say?
It says
Donor.
type O blood is a universal blood type and
Right.
is the only blood type that can be transfused to patients with other
Okay,
blood types.
here we go. Let's make it easy for all of us. If there's any paramedics, EMTs, or nurses that listen to our show, email Brent and let him know if there's such a thing as a recipient that could accept all types of blood. And
I'm sending you the link
And
right
if
now.
you're a single nurse
And-
between 35
and
and 45, please email your phone number to Brent that he can.
We'll send you a book if you send us in an answer to that question.
Oh, my God.
I just sent
And
you
we
guys the link.
promise Brent won't call you.
Hey, so the moral of that story is, if you've got a lawnmower from Sears and it says use 30 weight oil only, then it's not a universal mower. But it says if it's got a little sticker on it that says can accept universal oil types, then you can stick whatever you want in there, right?
Exactly.
All right,
You
I
got it covered.
All right.
Only if it's a Briggs and Stratton.
Okay, so, God. Yeah, let's mention everybody that could ever be a sponsor and just piss them all off.
Well, no, Briggs and
Jim's
Stratton
already-
makes a fine motor. I used to use those on my mini bikes when I was a kid.
Does it use universal oil?
Well, they're universally they fit on my mini bike.
Yeah,
The bolt
universally could explode with any oil in them.
Well, my dad got me a new mower for my birthday last year, and I lost the oil that was in the box that came with it, so I just threw some old 2-stroke outboard oil in there,
Oh, God.
and that Briggs & Stratton has been running awesome. It smokes a little, but
It smokes a
it's
little.
incredible. So yeah, Briggs & Stratton makes a strong product.
Can't actually see Jim when he's mowing, but it's cool.
That's why he's pissing all the wasp off.
Yeah. Oh, the
It's
smoke
universal.
calms them. It's like a beekeeper if you just blow the smoke all over them.
It's for medicinal purposes.
So I know this is going to be hard to believe, but since Oakland laid off all those cops, there's been an 8.5% increase in a 1-month period of crime, robberies, and assault.
I think the city council tried to poo-poo that, didn't they?
Yeah. So basically, what does it say? Robberies and assaults rose 8.5% in 1 month period from July 13th to August 13th, a time when 80 police officers left the street because of the layoffs. So that's, I know that's not hard to believe, but...
What's the motto of the book we wrote? Every action has I can't think of the word.
Universal oil type?
Something like that.
Reaction.
Yeah.
That?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying that...
What a surprise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, let's try and get those numbers up. Let's lay off some more.
Yeah, they're gonna too. That's what I heard.
I think auto burgs are bad now. Give it a couple of months.
Yeah, well, the auto burgs in Oakland aren't bad. The auto burgs surrounding Oakland are bad. They all come out here, take them, and then go back on Bart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bart, I'm talking about you, 10851 Highway. So, okay. I don't know who wrote this in the book. Who did citizen's arrest? Was that you, Mark?
I don't remember. I don't even have a copy of the book in front of me here.
It was Mark.
That's good. So it's 3 pages, so it's Mark. Now, I'm pretty sure that Curfew... Was Curfew you, Jim?
No, it was Mark.
So really, you're not prepared and don't want to talk about anything?
No, I'm prepared. I didn't write anything in the book.
Anything at all?
Nothing.
Mark did the whole thing?
Well, I wrote the catchphrase, every action has a
So you wrote that
universal
catchphrase,
oil product attached to it.
called Mark one night and said, okay, every action has a reaction, go.
No, I kept calling him saying, hey, dude, I'm writing this. Can you write that? And what I actually did was have him write all 82 chapters while he was under the belief that I was writing 82 others, which aren't in there. And Mark basically wrote the whole book without knowing about it.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Nice
It's
job.
called delegation.
I haven't made a penny off it yet either.
And I'm not bitter. Wow.
You know, speaking of fraud, Jim, I think somebody needs to check with Brent since he has charge of our bank account. We haven't seen a penny from the book yet. I'm thinking.
I don't believe fraud is a topic for tonight.
Hey, me and Jim don't live in a gated community. Look at you, living high on the hog.
Yeah, I don't have a house either, but you do. You want to play this game, really?
Oh.
Remember, I have the hang-up button.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yep, click. Bye, Mark.
You already jacked up the first show. Why
It'll
not
be the Jim, Ed, and Brent show.
Hey, Mark, what's the color of the night?
What?
No, I just thought, all you Harley Iron Klansmen or warriors or whatever, doing their toenails while they're listening in. I was just wondering what the
There we go.
your wife's cotton pads between your toes, just painting away. Oh, let's put a little glitter in there.
It's blue metal flake tonight. Jim.
It's blue metal.
Nice.
Like,
Nice.
that's awesome.
How's your,
Candy
wingding
apple red with a hint of purple.
How's your wingding going with the Goldwing Club?
Oh, it's going awesome.
Yeah, he does.
We're having a group ride to Subway as soon as the show's over.
Oh, you're not going to the wing stop to get chicken wings?
No, we were there last night.
Actually, hey, if you ever go to the wing stop, try their what's that hottest one they have? It's called
Death.
No, it's beyond that. I forgot. Try their hottest one. It'll like burn your mouth off.
That's always enjoyable.
Do it before a show.
Yeah, and then you get to look forward to a few hours after you get home. It's going to be even more enjoyable.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
that's always the best part.
Thanks for bringing that up, Mark. Nice.
Hey, no problem. Try it next time you're there. Probably feels like a wasp sting.
For like
Yeah,
a
no
half hour
kidding.
straight.
With the allergic reaction.
So
Hey, wait. Thinking of the
What?
wasp thing. Jim, how did you get bit by 3? When the first one got you, didn't you take preventative measures? Every action has a reaction, remember.
Mark, there was a nest hanging overhead, and when I opened the shed doors, apparently a couple of them fell out of the nest and pissed the rest of them off, and 3 of them hit me at the same time.
bam.
On the same arm.
In the same spot.
And it's the same story we talked about an hour ago, so why are we bringing it up?
Good. So I think that Jim should put Mark under citizen's arrest. Why don't we talk about that?
Citizen's arrest. Sounds good.
So if Jim thinks that Mark's a pain in the butt and wants to citizen's arrest him, what does he have to do? Or
Call a
why?
cop.
Or does he do anything? Or can he do anything?
He has to
Call
call
a
the
cop.
police first.
That's an important note, isn't it?
The policeman comes by with his little form and his little clipboard and says, if you'd like to place him under arrest, you have to sign this form here.
Officer, my brother came to the front window wearing a purple tutu and was painting his nails in broad daylight. It was an obscene and vicious act, and I was offended, and I want him arrested.
I hooked a guy for 314 one time when I was off duty. That was the damnedest thing.
That's like Jim.
Was it Mark?
Officer, this
Was
man
it Mark?
Officer, this man was parked in front of my house, and I could only see one hand. He
The
was
other
doing
one-
something else with the other hand.
The other
and I
one was
want
looking
him
at
arrested.
WebMD.
For all those nurses between that age range, age rage.
AIDS rage.
There goes
That's
that one.
Jim's been going to the rages looking for the ages.
Next topic.
No, can you elaborate on citizens arrest?
No.
Please?
Just keep going.
He gets embarrassed when he gets
So I
corrected.
call an officer to arrest Mark because I feel he's committed a crime.
Yes.
I tell the officer what I think I saw or what I think he did.
And
Then
this
the
can,
cop will determinate.
can this cover anything?
Will terminate. Oh my God!
Terminate. Yeah.
He'll
He
germinate.
cop.
Put that bottle away until after the show.
It's that damn Benadryl. God, the bee sting was a week ago. I can't understand it.
That stuff's got a lot
Then
of
the cops
alcohol.
will determine if there's elements for a crime and
I like
If
that
you
word, though.
insist-
Terminate. That's better.
terminate.
Determine it.
Yeah. I like that.
Then he can regulate.
So, does the officer need to see the thing that happened, or not?
If he had his tutu on, he was only painting his nails and he wasn't playing with the tallywhacker, there's no crime. So we just have to escort him down the
Basically-
block. and-
Well, if he's on your property doing it, it's trespassing, right?
Well, yeah, but you have to warn him first or have signs clearly posted.
A citizen's arrest is a misdemeanor not committed in the cop's presence. If the cop shows up and the guy says, he hit me, and the cop didn't see it, the cop says, well, if you want to place him under citizen's arrest, just let me know. You sign a form. And the citizen doesn't actually go out and arrest the guy. The guy says, yeah, I want him arrested. So the cop has the victim sign a citizen's arrest form. The cop places the suspect under citizen's arrest. He could cite him out in the field. He could take him down to the jail and book him and release him. Or if he thinks it's going to continue, he could send him over to county jail. But any liability on that, as for a false arrest, is going to end up being on the person that wanted the other person arrested. There's a lot of bogus ones out there. And as Jim says, a cop can determinate at the scene, basically kind of weed out stuff. But here in California, a cop cannot refuse a citizen's arrest. If somebody's demanding a citizen's arrest, we got to do it. And a lot of times, if there's some kind of assault where somebody is demanding the other person be arrested, a lot of times I'll tell the other guy, hey, he wants you arrested, and you have the right to have him arrested too. And once the first person hears that, he'll usually back off and say, well, okay, I don't want him arrested, but I just don't want him to bug me anymore. So, but basically, here in California, a cop cannot refuse a citizen's arrest. They got to arrest the guy.
I want to say on our forms, not only do they have a waiver they have to sign, but there's also a statement they have to read to the person that's under arrest. And that's, I think, in a lot of shoplift type things for stores, or even, regular citizens like neighbor disputes or whatever. But I think the person on our forms has to verbally advise the other person that they're placing them under citizen's arrest.
The citizen does?
Yeah. The victim.
That's the way it used to be, wasn't it, Mark?
Is that just with the SO, or because I know we just have to inform them you're being placed under citizen's arrest, but
we had those forms, Mark, back in the day in the early '90s, didn't we?
maybe back then. I just know now we just have to check the box saying that the arrest is a citizen's arrest, and we have to have the person sign a citizen's arrest form, sign it, and promise them that they're going to appear in court.
Well, that's why all your cases get kicked out of court and all the sheriff cases get prosecuted because you didn't do it the right way.
Well, Jim's using the forms from the 90s still.
It's all we can afford.
And they had electricity back then.
Hey, what I'd like to hear is any other officers out there in another state, how you guys handle citizen's arrest, if it's a must-take or whatever. So if you can give us a quick little email, send it to Brent or to the show, and let us know how you guys handle citizen's arrest in other states.
We'll send you a book. Is that what you wanted to say?
Well, if somebody writes in.
All right, so, yeah. I'm going to post this whole, I think I'll post this whole section of the book up, because there's a bunch of sections.
Oh, you
I got to determinate my section.
Tonight's blooper night, isn't it?
Yeah, it's germinate, nah.
Can't speak. So when I get done determinating what I'm going to write, I'm going to put this on the site.
I'm afraid to open my mouth again.
I like determinate, though. That's kind of cool. You could determinate. It's pretty good stuff. So, okay, so we'll get this up there. But basically, everybody has the right to do a citizen's arrest.
Right.
How do you guys feel?
And drunk driving. Here's another one. Drunk driving. We get a call of a citizen saying, "Hey, there's a car swerving all over the lanes. Just ran a red light. I'm following them." The cops trying to catch up to him. Hey, the car just pulled into a parking lot, we're in a row, and, it's a green, whatever. The cop shows up, guy's already out of the car. Cop did not see him driving. But he contacts the guy, smells the alcohol, does the field sobriety test. The guy's drunk as hell. And
You okay there?
Yeah, I almost said something else. And so, since he didn't see him driving, the citizen can place that guy under citizen's arrest.
And is that a legit
misdemeanor? Misdemeanor not committed in the officer's presence, because for that to occur, you need to have somebody that witnessed the driving. And
okay, so in that case, the cop could say, "Hey, you could citizen's arrest him, and then I could take him for the DUI," basically.
Yeah, it takes him for DUI because you got somebody.
So that's a good one.
Witnessing the driving.
Now, how many citizens arrests do you think you've done?
Oh, since I've been the cop for over 20 years, probably at least 75.
Okay, and
over 100.
Of all of those, how many were legitimately good ones?
That's only 5 a year, Mark.
When they're not, you could usually weed them out, like I said, by telling the person the other person's going to have them arrested also, citizen's arrest, and they usually go away. If they're not good ones, the cop can usually weed them out and
determinate a different solution.
Determinate, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah, you had to do more than 5 citizens arrests a year, because I know you should take more than 5 488s a year. The citizens arrest in the stores.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, actually, that's including shoplifting, so it's way over that too. Because basically, every shoplifting incident is a citizen's arrest when the store clerk wants the shoplifter arrested. So yeah, including those, there's probably up in the hundreds.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you sound like a slug saying you get 120 years.
No, count shoplifters, there's hundreds. Ed used to kiss everything off, so he maybe had.
I just pay for the stolen items. Tell the guy, "Hey, this is easy. It's going to pay for."
He used to kiss what? Was that 288 or 488?
Oh.
You can look up those sections and tell us what we're talking about. So, okay. All right. So, Yeah, I'll post this up because it's a good section in the book. It goes in depth about it. So, all right. So
with felonies, the cop doesn't need a citizen's arrest.
right.
It's just misdemeanors not committed in the cop's presence that a citizen can arrest somebody
juveniles
else.
and domestic violence. Right?
With what?
With juveniles and domestic violence, you can still arrest out of your presence.
Correct.
Right.
A lot more leniency in those.
Yeah, I think it's been so long since I've had one. I think I meant a citizen's arrest. That I think it, mainly shoplifting. At stores where store security or the store personnel, detain someone for shoplifting. I think those are the most common.
Right. Yep, and assaults.
Hmm.
So anyway, next topic.
Curfew.
Jim wanted to talk about this.
Well, it's interesting because we got a ton of information on it, but the beginning of the book, this topic says, what an obtrusive law, such an infringement on people's rights. Nobody's going to tell me when I have to be home at night. I can do whatever I want. Nobody's going to tell me differently.
Well, Jim has firsthand experience seeing our dad come into the nearby city jail and picking Jim up as a juvenile when he got arrested for trespassing. So
Was that after curfew?
Oh, not trespassing. I'm sorry. It was curfew.
I do believe that
Jim?
you need to determinate if you're on the right show.
Yes.
Yeah, trespassing came later.
When you snuck back in, or what?
The trespassing was senior ball night.
I think that was a 288 also.
I think her dad was a little more pissed than my dad.
314 and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God! So
It was a one-handed night.
in jail.
I wonder where she's at now.
Oh.
In jail with all of it. Never mind. So let's go into this a little bit. So why do we have curfews? Why are they put in place? Who's affected by them? And how do we enforce it?
I don't know,
Okay.
Brent. Why?
So now that topic's over, jeez.
So basically, cities have different curfews. It's not like a statewide one time. Different cities can have municipal codes, different curfews. Generally, they'll set a time, like from 10 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning. People under the age of 18 can't be out by themselves. They could be out with parents or guardians, or if they're on their way to or from school or a school event. There's a lot of exceptions in there. But basically, if kids, carload of kids are out driving around, they get stopped after curfew. They could be cited for a curfew. There's other types.
In the old days, though, curfew used to be an arrestable offense for like juveniles, but now I don't think it's arrestable. It's not charged unless it's a crime is committed.
Yeah, most of the time the cops can get them out, sit them on the curb, call mommy or daddy, 11 or 12 at night or whatever, 1 in the morning, make them come down and pick them up.
Yeah, but like vandalism, if they vandalize a house at 10 p.m., you wouldn't add curfew or anything to that charge. But if it's after, during that early morning hours when curfew technically is in effect, then it becomes a second charge.
Right. But, there's not too many cops that are going to charge the kid with it. Most of the time, they'll make the parents come to the scene or take them. You have the right to transport them to the station and have mom or dad come down and pick them up from the station.
It's a great reason to talk to people, though.
Yeah, and there's other curfews, too, in my city, and there's several other cities that are starting these. There's daytime curfews now.
Yep, I've heard this.
In our city, if a juvenile is found out and about, not in school, between 8:30 in the morning and 1:30 in the afternoon, they are cited for a municipal code of truancy. And the first one that we issue is the warning. A copy gets sent to the parents. The kid gets a copy. He gets transported back to school. The second And if he gets 3 of them in a year, a notice still gets sent out. The parents are notified. They still get transported back to the school. But if he gets 3 of them within 1 year, the Department of Motor Vehicles will suspend his driver's license before he or she even gets it. So they'll put a notation, because every kid wants to drive at the age of 16, and most of them already have an ID card. They'll be barred from getting a California driver's license until they're 18 years old. So it's a pretty good tool to use. I mean, we've still had kids that, have had 6, 7, 8 of them in a year because they really don't care if they get a license or not. But it's a good tool to use, and a lot of other cities are trying to start similar programs.
Speaking of tools, what do you think, Brent? No, it ought to be. It shouldn't be called the curfew law. It ought to be called the piss poor parenting law, because that's what it's mainly directed at. Parents. I stopped, and this was, I don't know, a handful of years back, but I remember it like it was yesterday. Stopped this shaky-looking car cruising down the street at 2:30 in the morning, and these 2 dirtbag-looking guys that were 25 and 26 years old had a 14 and 16-year-old girl sitting in the back seat, and I was just shocked. And so you detain the girls, you find out that, hey, you're on your own, you're here willingly, you weren't forced or anything like that, and do your parents know where you're at? And of course they say yes, and you get the phone number, and the first thing you do is call the parents. Hey, do you know where your daughter is? No. Where is she? Well, I stopped this car for doing whatever, and she's in the back seat wearing this little micro mini skirt with 3 bottles of empty champagne, and she's with guys that are almost twice her age. Do you know so-and-so, and do you know so-and-so? Well, no. Well, do you have a problem with your daughter being out here? Well, what did she do wrong? Is she doing something wrong right now? It's just that, like, the total lack of concern and awareness is just nauseating. But, you call some of these parents in the middle of the night thinking they would appreciate knowing what their kids are up to, because, I'm going to stay with Brenda for the night, obviously turned into not staying anywhere for the night, just roaming the streets. And then the parents have the gall to think we're inconveniencing them when we call them at 2 in the morning to say, hey, come down and get keyword your kid back home safe where they belong.
Well, the parents are clueless. I remember a call I made. It was like 2:30 in the morning. I called the house, and mother answered. I said, hey, is your daughter's name so-and-so? Yes, it is. Do you know where she is? Yes, she's in bed. I go, well, no, she's not. She goes, what do you mean she's not? I go, I have her here in a car. That is not her. How dare you call me at 2:30 in the morning and accuse my daughter of being out? She's in bed right here. I said, well, why don't you go check? All of a sudden she comes back on the phone.
Did you just say 2:30?
I said 2:30 in the morning.
You said 2:30.
I said 2:30 in the morning.
You said 2:30. Brent, play it back.
Well,
hey, if I screw up, gonna get called on it. You're gonna get called on it, dude. You said 2:30. My question is, what the hell is that?
You're still in the lead.
What time is it? It's 2:30.
You're still in the lead for bloopers tonight. So
you said
go ahead, Jim.
I've determined that both of you are 2:30.
You said 2:30.
Keep going.
It's not important anymore.
Ed,
Pay no attention.
I heard
Hey,
it.
Ed, how are things in Arizona?
Okay,
Pretty
so
hot down there, still 96.
What time is it there? 2:30?
No, it's 6:30 over there.
It's 6 to the 46.
yeah.
Well, just determinate what you're gonna say.
What time?
I'll germinate.
So so they get a ticket, they get site released, whatever. How is that usually taken? I mean, in-house informal diversion, probation.
They got to go to court and face a judge, and they got to bring a parent with them.
And what kind of outcome from court would usually?
A lot of times, community service.
Mm.
Yeah, and there may be a monetary fine associated with it, but a lot of times it's community service, or they'll issue a fine in a certain amount and offer them community service to work it off.
Do we even do diversion anymore?
Yeah,
some cities do.
We used to have in-house where we actually had a juvenile officer, and they'd get. God, what's wrong with?
It's a high level of Benadryl.
They'd actually get cited into the police department, where it would be officially kept off their record
Right.
if they abided by the terms of informal probation, and that was checking in once a month with the school resource officer and performing community service, whatever it was that was mandated. And if they failed to do that, then the case would be referred to the actual county juvenile hall, and they'd have official charges on their record. But I thought there was a lot more use of in-house hearings by the juvenile officers.
Some cities have student courts where minor crimes, little infractions or stuff like that, curfew, whatever, are referred to the student court, and they actually let these kids' peers decide their punishment. They'll have a police officer sit in. Some of them are actually held at a courthouse with a judge, and they'll hear the case and determine the punishment. So a lot of it is, or at least used to be, kind of farmed out to keep them away from the regular court system. It went out to other areas, but with all the budget cuts and the economy the way it is now, I doubt many cities have the luxury of having a police officer, to pay him overtime to go to a student court or
even
whatnot.
the diversion. I mean, even having a juvenile officer, right?
Right. A lot of cities, they're taking their officers that were SROs or in special assignments and throwing them in a patrol because they're so short. They can't afford to hire more cops, so they're basically eliminating a lot of the special positions.
The tips section is funny. Jim must have written this one.
I think it was Jim.
Yeah, because he talks about the cleavers.
Oh, that's Jim.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
What, Eddie Haskell?
No, you're when you summarize stuff in the book, it gets pretty funny.
Yeah, you'll have to post that. It's actually a good article, and for those that go onto the website, look up the article that Jim wrote about where have all the parents gone. I mean, that really hits home as to how we have so many problems with kids. I mean, the guns that are out there is incredible. How many groups of kids are driving around with guns in the car? It's just amazing. I have to go to court next week on 4 juveniles in a car that were driving around shooting at people. I got into pursuit, and we ended up stopping the car and arrested the 4 kids, and they had guns in the car. It's just really amazing that the parents are clueless as to what their kids are doing out there. So read that article. Where have all the parents gone? It's a good article.
The sad thing is all these kids are living life like it's a Playbox or a PlayStation 3.
Right.
Like it's a movie or a game with all this graphic violence, and it means there's no personalization to it. It's just like, well, that's what I've been brought up on.
They're desensitized. When the way I refer to it is, when we go to training at the range, they call it muscle memory. Pull the gun out, shoot the target, reholster, pull it out. They have you practice it so many times that it becomes muscle memory. It becomes automatic. You don't have to think about doing it. Well, when these kids are playing these very realistic video games where you're engaging the SWAT teams and police officers and killing people, when you do that so many times, these kids are so desensitized to violence that in the real world, when they got a gun and they get into beef with somebody, it's muscle memory for them to just start shooting. They're so desensitized to violence or seeing people die that's what's happening. But there is no reset button in life, and just like that punk 20-year-old that was wanted that shot the cop, he's in prison for the rest of his life. There is no redo.
How do these kids get all these guns in a state that has such stern gun laws, I wonder?
Oh, man. It's easier for these kids to get a gun on the street than it is to, buy a gram of marijuana.
What's a redo?
Redo.
Well, you know what actually amazes me is that years ago they were going after kids for smoking cigarettes and not worried about marijuana, crack, and crank. And guns and all that, but they're making these kids not smoke cigarettes. We had cigarette patrols out on Friday nights that we couldn't buy packs of cigarettes, but they're running around with guns in their cars. It's like, where's the common sense at in all this stuff,
Yeah, the guns basically are coming from home burglaries, or like that idiot that left 2 guns and a laptop in his car at that famous hotel chain. The guns are coming from burglaries, and they're being sold on the street, and I'm not making this up. It's easier for people to get a gun on the street than it is for drugs. There are just a lot of guns out there, and it's really scary. Most of our shootings that we have in the city, and we're a pretty active city, there's a lot of shootings. Most of them are juveniles, the young gangbangers. They've all got guns.
I like
That's
big
it.
guns.
Big guns.
Biggins? Did you say?
Got to redo that one.
I've determined that was wrong. So
Now you guys are talking hick.
biggins.
Yeah, Ewans, y'all, Ewans. There is really a different language altogether when you get to the South. The couple times I've been there this year was, or the once I've been here this year, it was. I had to stop and actually listen to what was being said in order to get the two words that are put into one word to figure out what the heck was going on.
Ed actually learned how to speak that at a Walmart in Arkansas.
Can I get a translator?
Yeah, it was. I was at a funeral, a viewing actually, right before the funeral, and I met I guess you would call him an in-law family member that I for the life of me I couldn't understand what he was saying.
Inbred or in-law?
No, I don't think he's inbred, but
Now you're offending his own family. That's wrong.
yeah. Well, it's all fun because my folks are from Arkansas too, but yeah, I couldn't understand a word he was saying. I felt like I was back in Ireland 20 years ago, and I had to ask the wife to
Translate?
Yeah, exactly. To translate and interpret what the hell was being said.
What do you say?
Kind of, yeah. Very fast, and it's double words, but it's good people nonetheless.
Yeah.
Did you just say interpretate? Because I mean,
it's like a virus here tonight.
it is. It's like now we've determined that we're interpreting the sexes.
And we're
what's
7 to 30.
God.
Hey, I think we've all been bitten by that. Brent too.
What?
Hey, and while we're talking of burglaries, I got to tell you, people, wake up, get an alarm system. Today, I went to a call of a burglary an alarm, and we get there, and there's these two juveniles about a half a block away. We stop and we detain them. Go up to the house. There's an open window. The screen's down on the bottom, and the alarm's going off. And it turned out were these two little punks just walking around. Should have cited them for curfew. They weren't in school. They picked a house. It was at the end of a court, not really in view of the other houses. They took the screen off. They jimmied open the kitchen window. They went in, and there was a motion sensor luckily inside, and they set off the motion sensor. As soon as the alarm went off, boom, they bailed out the front door. If that homeowner didn't have that alarm system, or if she didn't set it when she went out, like a lot of people, they figure it's too inconvenient to push a button, that house would have been cleaned out. We wouldn't have got the call till 6 o'clock at night when the homeowner comes home and says, my house has been ransacked. But luckily, they had an alarm system. They set it, and the minute these kids climbed in the kitchen window and hit that motion sensor, when they heard the alarm go off, they bailed out. Homeowner didn't lose a thing. So alarms, they're invaluable. In fact, read the section on alarm systems, too. They're invaluable.
Hey, Mark, was that during the daytime when the kids are supposed to be in school?
Yep. Yeah, but these two kids have been kicked out of every school. They got kicked out of regular school. They got sent to another type of school downtown for troubled youths. They got kicked out of that. They went to the state continuation school, which luckily is in our city, and they got kicked out of that. And there's nowhere else to go. They're basically supposed to be homeschooled, but
yeah, there is.
As far as the citizens that happen to be at home during the day, if they see kids wandering around the neighborhood, that used to be backpacks they'd stuff all the small stuff into on their back and head out of the house they just burglarized. If they're wandering around the middle of the day with a backpack on, it looks a little loaded more than it should be, what would you suggest they do?
Well, call in. I mean, they could just call and say, hey, there's two kids walking down my street. I think they're supposed to be in school. Maybe an officer could check them out. And it's probably going to be a low priority call if the cops are busy. But if there's if there's an available unit, they may send it out. And most cops will stop kids like that in the middle of the day with a backpack. Hey, where you guys go to school? Aren't you supposed to be in school? And but you're right. I see kids during the summertime when school's out. I see kids walking through neighborhoods with backpacks. I was on vacation this summer, and I see kids walking through my neighborhood with backpacks. And I'm thinking, it's summertime. They're not in school. So they're probably out committing burgs, and that's the way they're carrying the stuff around.
Yeah, so it's just a little heads up for all the people out there that happen to be at home during the day.
Right.
So the moral of the story is the fact that we do care, and we just need the help of the parents and other citizens to call this stuff in.
If something looks suspicious, call it in. We'd rather get there and find out it's nothing than to have to go there 4 hours later and spend 2 hours fingerprinting, taking burglary reports, and going through a ransacked house. And that's the whole reason that, me and Jim wrote that book.
Apparently you wrote the whole thing.
Yeah. To avoid cops having to go, react to after what happens. We'd rather be out preventing crime rather than having to react to it. And so that's the whole thing. We'd rather get there and make sure it's nothing and go on to the next call.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many burglaries I've gone to at 5:30 in the afternoon. Some poor guy got up at 6 o'clock that morning, took a shower, threw his clothes on, went to work, spent 10 hours at work, comes home to find everything he's ever worked for and spent his money on gone.
Yep, and the house is ransacked.
Yeah, and what do you say to a poor guy where all his possessions are gone? I mean, sorry, and you're processing the house, making a mess out of it with fingerprint dust, but, the $30 a month, that extra dollar a day for the alarm goes a long ways.
I would have said, Jim, you should have locked your doors.
Actually, what Ed used to say
you're there.
Was,
sorry.
What Ed used to say was, the graveyard officer will be on in 30 minutes.
Actually, I got written up for doing that one time, too. Well, the guy was out of town on vacation, so I told the neighbor.
Yeah.
When he comes back, and that was my first written reprimand, I'm still mad.
I'm still mad.
Yeah, I was the only car on the street. I was the in-between shift car, and get a cold burglary. The crook's out of town. The crook's gone. The victim's out of town. I said, when he comes back, I'll take the report. I didn't know where the guy was. Neither did he. He said he'd be back in 2 days. I said, okay, I'll board it up.
Ed's shift was like a traffic light. The first 4 hours, everything's green. Everything goes, The next 2 hours is kind of yellow. You got to be careful what paper you get. But the last 2 hours of his shift was red. You don't take any paper. You just it off.
Hey, work smarter, not harder.
Now, the downhill part was my biggest two things of the day was if you made it to Code 7, and then you want to go home in one piece. So that was it,
All right, well, I'd say we've made it through yet another show.
With Jim.
That's amazing.
Hey, Jim, Tom Conger, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be home in about less than 2 weeks, I guess. About 2 weeks, he's coming back from Iraq after a year and a half.
Yeah,
awesome.
I heard that rumor.
Yeah, so
I've been kind of keeping track of his activities on Facebook.
Yeah, same here. I was just looking at it a second ago. He's got, I guess, 15 days or something. So
was
he's
he
a short
deputy?
timer over there. Yeah, he used to be.
Oh.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, he's fully retired, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fully retired and apparently working over there for some crazy reason.
Yeah, I think he's in the. I want to say the Marines is what I saw on his uniform.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of private stuff too, though. I think.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
That blue water stuff, or
no, none of the bad stuff.
Water.
Only good stuff. No, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he was a hard charger. Okay, well, hopefully he gets back in one piece.
Oh, yeah. He's already been over there, I think, 3 times. So
Yeah.
something like that. It's crazy.
He was an awesome sergeant.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, a lot of fun to work for.
Yeah.
It was fun in narcotics unit. Okay. Well,
we made it through another show.
Let that one go, huh, Brett?
Oh yeah, no stories, man. I learned a lot. Let's just say that.
Oh, did you work dope with him?
Yeah. As a reserve, it was even more incredibly crazy.
Right.
No, because I used to file cases for our crew, so I got into all sorts of stuff. Very interesting learning experience.
Right.
Good stuff. But So next week, Jim, are you going to actually be around or what?
Roger that.
And for good, buddy.
Next weekend's Labor Day weekend, I think.
Oh yeah, it is. So when we come back,
the final big hoorah for a lot of people
is no kidding.
That's a paper weekend for you, Jim, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a lot with lake time.
A lot of DUIs and crashes and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about it. Thanks for jinxing me.
Yeah, no problem. You could do a show from the boat on Monday.
Just like you should never ask a dispatcher, is it quiet tonight?
Yeah, that's
sure was.
Oh, we never use the Q word. We say uneventful.
We
never use the Q word.
Or how many calls are stacked?
So you think if you use smarter terminology, it won't be as bad?
Sometimes, because usually when I say the Q word, everything goes to hell.
Yeah, well.
It was like the night that I was driving around, I looked at my little odometer thing and it said 261. I said, "Oh, that's not a good sign." And within 1 hour, I had a major 261. So,
That was how I wound up getting retired, circling the drain.
yeah. Yeah. So we made it through another show without Jim offending the Iron Warriors and Harleys. Too bad.
Only once.
Only once. So,
Hey,
hello, Iron Warriors, if you're still out there, and
We apologize for that.
Yeah, it's the Iron Warriors MCNation.com, and then we'll put that link up on on your webpage, I should say.
Oh,
what do you
yeah.
have?
I sent it to you. So
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, no, I want to get the national chapter link.
yeah, my bad, as they say nowadays.
Yes.
Isn't the national chapter Women on Harleys or something?
Oh.
WOH?
Actually, women on Harleys is a sexy thing.
Yeah, I think it is too. I think it's well.
Now, here you go,
There's
Ed.
nothing
if
like
you
a 300-pound woman with tattoos
Ed,
riding a Harley down the
Ed,
street.
if you saw a girl driving a Harley going down the road on a Harley, looks pretty sexy. What do you think of one on a Goldwing?
I just keep on going.
It's extra sexy.
Now, I gotta say, there's really nothing wrong. There's really nothing wrong with Goldwings. I mean, Jim's looks pretty nice with that lazy boy seat sitting up on the top of it there.
Hey, can I like make this stop because I'm gonna pull a mark and I want to go eat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now it's your
Yeah,
turn.
I've got top ramen to cook, so
Oh, that's like what, 30, 40 seconds of prep time?
Jim's
This
coals
one
are
says
ready
5
after
minutes.
an hour.
whatever.
Anyway.
Oh, that was a lot of silence. That's bad radio.
That's because he knows it's true. His coals take an hour to heat up now that he swears off propane barbecues.
Mark, say goodnight to the people.
Good night, people.
Ed,
All right, good night. We'll see you guys next week.
See you
Brent?
next week.
We will see everybody next week. Hopefully, Jim too.
hey, be safe. Use common sense and do the right thing.
Especially with the holiday coming up. Use your
Yeah.
holiday and be safe.
Y'all,
Safe.
you guys take it easy.
See ya.
Bye.